Feels like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. The return man, Ty Johnson. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Handoff for Carter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Another run on second down with Carter. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes, because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head, because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First down, right back to Carter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running left on the handoff, Carter. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Carter. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Showed some of his improv. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
An extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tannehill. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Another big gainer, 2 in succession, as this one goes for 32. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Eluding the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Tannehill now to throw. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Tannehill. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And this is no good. Well, that didn't even get there. Not a good effort at all. And our score remains the same. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Derrick Henry breaks a tackle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tanner Muse charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting?
Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a give to Henry, and he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Carl Lawson, former Bengal, in on the stop. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Jones. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run, it's Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still shedding tackles.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
Forced out to his left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Push him back.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Gostkowski's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
It's a squibber picked up around the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Rolling to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On second down, here's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
On play action, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
first down. Henry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Now here's Johnson.
And able to get this out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Carter.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Carter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 30 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Wilson. That is caught by Mims. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Carter with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Watch the slant. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check out. Fresno. Check 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Butler. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Touchdown. Hakeem Butler. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Carter, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Tannehill going to throw it. He completes it to Henry. A 2nd time. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Tannehill on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.